journey into motherhood is one of the most vulnerable times in a woman's life, filled with transformation and self-doubt, small victories and struggles. And somewhere in that space between, women either find their voice and speak their truth, or they remain silent, giving it away. Women are powerful and strong. They give birth. And when they're respected and given space to be heard, mothers are born. Think of the strongest, most powerful person you know. A woman made that, birthed that, and raised that. I gave birth to my sons. They're going to kill me for that picture. I gave birth to my sons in the 90s, and I would go on to raise them right here in Southern Maryland. I felt very alone in motherhood. And like all new parents, I wanted to do the best for my sons. I was learning as I was going and making mistakes like we all do. And sure, I had friends, but so many of the support systems we now take for granted didn't exist. There was no breastfeeding or baby-wearing meetings, no natural mom groups or prenatal yoga classes. It was just me. Breastfeeding and baby-wearing in public, getting the side eye and the oftentimes impolite comments. It was through many of those experiences and the years of raising my sons that I saw a real need in this community to build support for women in motherhood. Fast forward, early 2012, my sons are growing, getting more independent, and let's be honest, spending time with mom, not one of their top priorities. I was actively teaching and training here in the community, but I was ready to do more. I wanted to make some type of impact for the new mothers here. So I enrolled in prenatal yoga teacher training and birth doula training all in the same week, and I never looked back. My passion is my work, and my work is my passion. As a birth doula, I meet one-on-one with my clients, getting to know them, discussing what options are available to them for the birth of their child. I serve as their advocate on their birth team. I point them in the right direction to find research-based information, because as we all know, Dr. Google is not our friend. We meet often, and as anyone that knows me can attest, my phone is always on and always within reach, except now. I think that by building trust, my clients get to know that with me they have a safe space to ask questions, to discuss fears and uncertainty, and to learn to make some of the most important decisions of their lives. On my yoga mat, I think is where I made some of the greatest impact in this community. It was Mother's Day 5 years ago. I started with 2 women. And I told them often how amazing their bodies and birth really are. I reminded them to read about birth, to educate themselves about all the decisions they would need to make, to ask questions, why and how, why not, and what about this, to listen to their intuition and trust the process, to allow their bodies and their babies to do what they were meant to do. Before I knew it, my room began to fill with more and more women, all coming together, learning, growing as a community. Now, when the women come into the room and the room grows louder, I have to ring my bell to quiet them down. The peanut gallery, my back row girls, oftentimes they keep going, and the room erupts with laughter. I can't help but smile because this is what motherhood is all about. Community, compassion, empowerment. If you give women a voice, it transforms their whole life, that of their partners and of their children. I continue to nurture the community that I've begun to see form in my classes. By fostering these relationships and asking them to show up, be present in the lives of the mothers and the families around them, we did it. We brought back the community right here in Southern Maryland. This support doesn't just extend to mothers, but military families as well. This is such a transient community. Families come and go. Military families come and go. It's really hard to lay roots and really feel grounded. Many of my clients are military families, and the number one belief amongst the spouses is that they can support their wives entirely, that they don't need help, that they can provide everything that is necessary because it's become their way of life. My response is, of course they can, but they don't have to. It's okay to want support. It's okay to need help. It's okay to lean in. What I've seen firsthand is incredible. When you give a mother a voice, it empowers, it transforms her life, it gives her strength, and really the strength of any community rests on the backbone of the families that comprise it. Change doesn't come from keeping silent. Change comes from community, within support, within the tribe.